Hello everyone, welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean Collins, and helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So it's that time again. It's time for the monthly Tarotscope readings for May 2022. And as most of you know, the reason I use the North Node by sign and house as opposed to your sun, moon, or ascendant sign is that it's recognized in astrology your North Node is your North Star, the path that you're supposed to take in this lifetime and the lessons you're supposed to learn. So it's much more relevant to your everyday life. If you're unfamiliar with your North Node, there's going to be a link in the description box below that can show you everything you need to know. So let's get started on the readings. Okay, so this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for May 2022 for everybody with their North Node in Virgo and or the 6th house. And while I'm shuffling and connecting to the energies, I want to invite you to take some deep breaths, relax, close your eyes if you're able to, and just open yourself up to receiving the information that's going to be most helpful in helping you on your optimal timeline. So I'm going to connect the energies and we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, North Node in Virgo and or 6th house. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents everything from the first half of the month to the 15th, and then this is from this side, the 16th of the month to the end of the month. Okay, so a big theme for you this month, and this reading is just like screaming this right now, is changes regarding patterns of thought and ways of thinking and being released from like thought patterns. And the first half of the month, so like with this Ace of Swords here, okay, this is communications, this is the intellect. And we have a bunch of swords over here where I'll get to the second half of the month. But this whole month, what's going on is, we have the reversed Ace of Wands here. Now, what is you're needing to learn in this lifetime, and this month it's going to play out big time, is you're moving from your South Node in Pisces and or the 12th house, okay? These deep universal energies, the complete cosmos, coming into Virgo, okay? So we're looking at, and you're coming in to Virgo ruled by the planet Mercury, communications, thoughts, intellect, okay? What's wanting to come up is they're saying on a day-by-day basis, hour by hour, what are you thinking that is causing you to let off an energy, an emotional energy that is communicating to others, to other beings, and also into the universe, okay? So it's like this communication thing that's coming up big time, but it's stemming from like thought patterns, okay? Now, what I feel like, is going to happen this first half of the month is I feel like there's an opportunity, and a lot of you are starting to be able to change thought patterns, or at least like this is not a new thing to you. Like, like maybe I'm going to change the way I think and the way I'm communicating, not only to beings around me, as I said, but to the universe. And I feel like what could be really, really helpful is, I feel like if you've thought about getting any sort of training, okay, we have the Hierophant here, okay, and then we have the Ten of Wands. I feel like you've been carrying a lot of burdens by trying to, or not knowing how to go about making changes in your life. And so you're carrying these burdens, or you're trying to do it yourself. And I really feel like if you've thought about whatever it is you're trying to accomplish in life, what's going to help you is getting assistance and training. That could be classes, seminars, teachers, and it could be anything from, I don't know what you're into. It's like all the North Nodes are different. It could be like, yoga. It could be, learning some other skill. But what I feel like is it's going to really help you in this regard, in changing over like thought patterns. And this could also be, yes, it could be counseling, therapy, or even just talking to a good friend. But this is like seeking knowledgeable help outside of you, okay? And I think there's going to be an opportunity to do that. Now, specifically, what's going to happen is you're going to understand this first half of the month that this is important, because a lot of you are going to start to see things from a new perspective. And when you see it from the perspective, it's like you're going to say like, it's like you're going to start recognizing patterns in your life. And that's what this is. It's about recognizing like patterns. And when you see those patterns, you're like, oh, okay, now that I see them, I can change them. And so that's what you're working on, okay, this first half of the month. Now, the second half of the month is even more transformative, okay? And what I'm seeing is that the Eight of Swords reversed here, the Six of Swords, there is an opportunity for you to leave this mental bondage, okay? There's some mental patterns for a lot of you. And if you really think about this and feel it into yourself, it's like a set pattern that you're thinking in certain ways, and that's causing a certain vibration to come out of you. And also, like as I said before, it's going out into the world, okay? There's an opportunity to leave that, okay? To walk away from that, to row away from it. And it's definitely like a pattern recognition thing, okay? And that's what it has to do with this new perspective, is you're starting to see the patterns there. Now, some of the reason that this has happened is, I feel like for a lot of you that are watching this, you've gone through a lot of intense things. And people that do have the, North Node in Virgo or the sixth house had past lives or past in this life that was very intense. And I feel like if you're dealing with any sort of thing where, people were mean to you, mocking, making fun of, like bullying, any sort of things like that. And it could be, from your past, or even, there could be people in your life right now, friends, family, well, not so much friends, but, just people, from your past or even in your present. And what is happening is what's wanting to come up is this inner dignity, because your gift coming into this lifetime is, Pisces South Node. Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac, the 12th house, the last house, okay? This is the completion. It's like in your past lives, you had gained so much experience, so much knowledge that, you know, you've come into this life with. And for a lot of people, you've come in with so much information, and it can be, that's what can cause, like, it's like a mental overload, like a clogging of things, because it's very intense. And a lot of you came from past lives that, you know, were very intense, and it bleeds over into this lifetime. And that's where a lot of these mental patterns could be kind of coming up. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of it. That's what's wanting to come up, just starting to become aware of mental patterns and how to break them, and to not like automatically go there. And I do feel like one of the things that could trigger it is, in the second half of the month, is there could be a situation of where you're dealing with someone who is like, it could be work, it could be somewhere in the family, you know, friend or frenemy, you know, even in a romantic relationship, that when it triggers you, you can recognize, you know what, I'm not going to go to that place mentally and emotionally anymore. You know, and that's where this kind of training can help. So I know I'm just like scratching the surface, I'm touching on it, but I just want you to make aware of, think of this month, mental patterns. And when this situation, the second half of the month, when it triggers you, I want you to think of like, because to start, it's like, yeah, it's like self-esteem, it's self-love, but it's like you have this dignity that like wants to come out, and you should be appreciated more in your life. Okay, and that is really, it's something that you kind of have to break that pattern for that pattern to be broken. You have to break it within you, in these thinking patterns, and then it kind of changes in the outer world. Okay, but yeah, just remember, think of this month, okay, patterns. Am I thinking and feeling in a set way, and can I do something different, type of a thing? Okay, so anyway, I hope this reading was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free. I can elaborate in the comment section. Love to hear from you. And you know, hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. It helps out. Also, if you'd like a personal reading and more information on personal readings, there'll be a link in the description box below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Go out there, be strong. You have a lot of inner gifts, a lot of dignity within you, and it's a matter of just recognizing these patterns, okay? And it's going to be a lot better, okay? So thank you so much again, and we'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.